Winter storm Inga coverage continues right now, and we're looking live at Raleigh where the temperature is falling. People are driving at a pretty good clip still, but now that thermometer is at that precarious 32 degrees. Snow still falling, more cold air on the way, and several inches before the day is done. Our own Reynolds Wolf is live for us throughout the hour, throughout Weather Center Live and our Winter storm Inga coverage, so don't go anywhere. A full report from Raleigh and really coverage from the rest of the South coming up. But it's not just a story about the South. Look at Minneapolis. This is what it was like just a couple of days ago as this cold and snow came through. They had to de-ice the planes, take care of everyone that was at the airport, making sure that these flights could go off without any major impacts. And right now, it's still plenty cold. 9 degrees out there, feels like 1 below. Although I will argue that that is an improvement for the Minneapolis-St. Paul area. And that improvement's going to continue. We are looking for a pretty distinct warm-up on the way over the next couple of days. Right now, in Minneapolis itself, 14. Chicago's at 11. Detroit, 12. Cincinnati, 11. And so these are plenty cold, right? But it already feels better because the winds are not as bad, and those winds are switching around to a different direction. If you were watching this time yesterday, we were still talking about wind chills at, say, 20, 25 below with a brisk northwest flow. Now look at those wind barbs, right? They're coming out of the southwest, so that is kind of hinting at some of the changes that are starting to occur. So, yeah, it's still chilly out there, but kind of chilly by traditional winter standards. 0 in Minneapolis is what it feels like. It feels like 5 below in Des Moines. But compared to yesterday, we'll take it. It's, almost 15 degrees warmer in Minneapolis right now than it was 24 hours ago. 10 degrees warmer in both Kansas City and St. Louis. So for today, you'll get into the low to mid-20s, and that's not even the end of the warm-up. We're going to be considerably warmer still tomorrow. I mean, I'm not going to go so far as to say it's short-sleeve weather or anything, but compared to where we're coming out of, I think near 40 degrees is sounding pretty good comparatively, right? So that is a big change out ahead of our next storm system. But that is the key. There is a next storm system, and it'll be getting organized near the Denver area. Let's check in live near Denver right now, where it is reasonably quiet, mid-20s, blue skies, lots of sunshine. You're going to be warming up nicely, but we're looking ahead. Our next storm is really knocking on the doorstep. By the end of this week, things start to change again, warming up out ahead of the storm, close to 50 Saturday, which is good news for, say, the road temperatures, but you're going to lose a lot of that heat quickly. Saturday night, low 20s in Denver with snow, and that snow continues into Sunday morning. This area of low pressure is going to form on that lee side of the Rockies and then go somewhere through the center of the country towards the western Great Lakes. Now, where this band of heavy or moderate to heavy snow sets up could still wiggle around a bit. You can't just say, okay, I'm never checking back again in Green Bay, or I don't have to worry about it if I'm, say, in northern or central Minnesota. No, this could wiggle some, but we know the general pattern is there. Basically the global models have been pretty good at picking up on this dip in the jet coming through the west and a new area of low pressure forming on the lee side of the Rockies and then heading generally towards the Great Lakes for the end of the weekend into early next week. Again, that's a different pattern than we've been seeing. The low is not coming through the south. It's not going up the east coast. This is an inside track. So a lot of you are going to be on the warmer side of things when all is said and done. But where we do get that stripe of snow setting up, it'll be impressive snow at that. Again, we watch it starting tomorrow into Friday for the West Coast. Widespread low elevation rains and higher elevation snows. We see that come through the Rockies Friday into Saturday. And things really get interesting as this low winds up kind of going over the Rockies and reforming on the lee side of the Rockies and then moving through the center of the country. So we'll watch that Sunday into Monday. And of course, with all these storms and all this cold air, a lot of you are hanging out inside, right? In some of the, unfortunately, with a lot of other sick people. In the flu report, you've heard the stories about it. It's pretty bad right now. Widespread cases of the flu in every state. We'll be right back.